through those doors.
Yeah.
Where did all of that confidence come from?
I don't really know, hey? Sometimes I sit down and I ask myself that question and I never have any answers. I think it's just God.
So at Hot FM, you are fearless and you showed that side at Hot FM. There was nothing you wouldn't say on radio.
Unfortunately.
Why, unfortunately?
Because I got fired.
When did you get fired?
I got fired this year. About this year in
Okay,
Feb.
but then even back then, you were fired and suspended a couple of times. You were fired one time because you said something about the minister. And then you came back because you were in a relationship with the president.
I didn't really get the job back.
I mean, a couple of times you were suspended. Yeah. And then you'd be off and then you'd be back.
Yeah, well, what happened when I got suspended? I can't remember, but it wasn't an affair.
Okay. I was just pulling your legs. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I never Monica Lewinsky'd.
So I remember you being offended by someone who had used the V word.
So a lot of us, especially now, with the coming of social media influencing and things like that, people don't understand how we make our money and they don't know that it's such a money magnet to have the numbers.
Yes.
And we're constantly being accused of things. So working on radio sometimes was a challenge in the sense that I did the breakfast show with two gentlemen, right? But every time there's an interview with either CEO and MD with that man. There's an interview with either CEO and MD with that man. And I would never see stories about my colleagues sleeping with any of the female ministers or any female MDs. It was always Mutale Mwanza sleeping with, Mutale Mwanza's going out with. Oh, how's about you flip the script, even for once, and talk about how these guys I'm doing the show with are sleeping with that minister or that female MD or CEO of that company. It was never them. It was always me.
Always you. Yeah.
And lies. A lot of lies. So I got to a point where I went on a rant on radio and I said, please do not reduce my qualifications to my V.
Were you in any relationship with anybody in the public space in terms of a politician?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Never.
I would actually rather date a non-celebrity. They're more peaceful.
What about a politician?
No.
Maybe not from Zambia, but have you dated any politician before?
What was that?
Go, just say yes or no.
I don't know. What is dating? Define it.
Okay, did you hang out with any politician?
Yeah, outside the country?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they do things for you?
Like what?
Like pay your bills?
If a person gives you money, is it the same thing as paying your bills?
I mean, that's money they give to you that you know what for. But whatever. If you call it paying your bills, if you call it pay for your time.
A person outside the country, yes, definitely.
Yes. How was that relationship?
It wasn't a relationship.
How was the affair?
It was a friendship. It was okay.
Now, speaking of you sort of like being offered things, there's like a rumor that you received 2 cars on your birthday. Is that true?
What?
When you say what, I know it's true. So save us the time, Queen. There's something there. So who gave you these cars?
I never talk about that.
All right. But are they people that you're dating?
No.
Just people that you know?
I own 2 cars from last year, but that's that.
So was it gifts or did you buy it with your own money?
It depends.
Okay, depends on what?
On what you're asking.
So why are people fascinated? Why do you think people talked about it so much?
I don't understand why. It still bothers me and baffles me because I mean the type of cars. First of all, a Ford Ranger.
Okay.
And a Range Rover.
Okay.
It's not a Ferrari. It's not a Maserati. It's not a Lamborghini. It's a Ford Ranger.
Okay, so who's the most powerful person you know, Mutale?
When? Where?
Anywhere, just off the top of your head.
In my country?
Internationally, in your country?
Why are you asking that? Why are you asking it like that?
The reason why I'm asking is because you seem to be someone with a lot of access. And, you know, we're talking about lifestyle and people always questioning those lifestyles. So it's only normal that, you know, I ask, you know, do knowing a lot of people in high places also help?
I think my face is power enough.
So how do you keep these relationships going?
Which ones?
How do you keep these friendships or associations, relationships? Like, say, for instance, you know the president of a country, do you just call them up and just chat, or what is it like?
We have a new president. I don't call him up and just chat. I don't know him like that.
Why do I find that hard to believe?
I don't.
Okay, but did you know the last one?
What is to know?
I mean, were you guys WhatsApp buddies? The president is calling you just on a Wednesday afternoon, just checking in on you, lady Mutale.
It's okay.
Huh?
No.
Okay. When you look back, do you have any regrets?
No.
Even getting fired, saying the things you said on radio?
I am sorry about it, but it's propelled me into so much more. Look, I'm sitting here with you. That's a lot.
So what exactly are you sorry about?
That's a lot. I got fired because I disrespected a female parliamentarian at the time. I was very distasteful in my post, and I wish I didn't, because she's like my mother. Like that was unnecessary.
So what did you say?
So we were heading towards election time, and I asked my followers, they're called the M Nation. And I said, M Nation, would you be happy if I stood on this, seat, parliamentary seat, which she occupied at the time? And my next post was very distasteful, because I made a joke, it was just in bad taste. Yeah, it was in bad taste, and everybody went crazy. And I regret.
Did she receive your apology?
Yes.
Okay, but still you got fired?
Yes.
So what happened to your friendship with Serafina and Tenga?
Who's that?
Are we having a Mariah Carey moment? That was your friend, your dear, dear friend.
Gosh, why are we even giving relevance to that girl?
So this person is no longer your friend, I presume?
Just such a bum.
All right, we're going to quickly go on a quick break. When we come back, Mutale Mwanza is still in the building. We'll be right back. You locked her up and threw away the keys.
I'm a very tolerant person, but if you push it to 8, it's a wrap.
Okay, so would you say you're a feminist?
I was never given chances by women, so.
Welcome back to Talk with Toke Makinwa. So, my lovely lady, I know you did not think that I was going to let the question with Serafina just go. I had to pay some bills. So I heard you locked her up.
I didn't have her locked up. She had herself locked up.
So what happens to people who mess with you, Mutale?
I ignore them, and then, I don't know, fate happens to them.
So this was fate?
Yes.
How did she get herself out of that situation?
I don't know.
No, but I can tell you what I heard.
Is she out of that situation?
Can I tell you what I heard?
Yeah.
You locked her up and threw away the keys. It took a lot of local influences trying to get her out, and you turned off your phone. Nobody could reach you, right?
I'm a very tolerant person. Like, you could slap me 4 or 5 times. But if you push it to 8, it's a wrap.
So
I wish her all the best. Whoever she is, I wish her all the best. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to know.
You guys were really close. So
no,
for you to get to this point.
We were not really close.
Oh, really?
No.
So why did you have her around you then?
Actually, good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
Why?
I don't know.
I also heard that she used to sort of, the rumors that people know about you came from people who were also in your circle.
But lies also, because some people try and seem important when they're seen with me, and they believe anything they say about me will have credibility, and it's understandable. So if you're seen with me and, 1 or 2 people ask, who did she go out with, or what is she doing? You know that you don't know anything. But the minute you drop a name, it will seem like it's true, because you also want to seem like you're important and Mutale is live. But in actual fact, you don't. You know nothing. At that time, the then president was involved in the rumors. Do you think that, knowing now in hindsight, do you think that could have possibly come from this person who was somewhat friendly, if she's not your friend? Definitely contributed to the lies.
Let's talk about Zambia. Zambia seems to be very chilled.
Conservative.
Very conservative people, very conservative cultures, and just existing in their beautiful world. And then there's this firecracker. How do you think the country receives you?
Well, the good thing is that there's quite a lot of people like me. They may not be as popular as me, but they definitely exist. It's challenging to be me and to have a mind of a person who has a mind of their own, because you have to explain everything. It's a good thing I've never had to do any of those things. Like, people just kind of figure it out by themselves. But that's one of the most challenging things, because anything could be misinterpreted into whatever people choose to see.
Are you the most famous Zambian celebrity?
No.
Okay. Are you the most famous woman out of Zambia?
I don't know. Maybe. I hope so.
I mean, on social media.
I hope so.
Right.
I hope so.
Okay.
We do have quite a number of powerful women. I hope so. I definitely make the top.
You do like the controversy.
I definitely make the top 1.
Do you like the controversies? What I'm asking.
No, I don't.
Come on. You probably sit back and have a chuckle or two.
If it's laughable stuff, yes.
Yes.
But I find it unnecessary.
Okay, so would you say you're a feminist?
Yes, in a sense.
Yeah, but in what sense?
In the sense that I feel like, in the words of Chimamanda, yeah, I know, we could sing flawless. Everything she said, that poetry is profound. I've been married before, divorced, I'm a single mom. Everybody's asking me about marriage. If I post a picture, when are you getting married? If it's a bikini, where is the marriage? You must get married. I believe it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, but some people think that for someone who identifies with feminism, you are very hard in terms of opinions on other women.
You think so?
Most people say that.
Like who?
Have you ever heard that before?
No.
That you probably criticize women harshly.
Really?
You got fired for one.
That was a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one, just one.
Yeah, but if you felt comfortable doing that, have you ever had someone say to you that, for someone who is a feminist, why are you so hard on women?
I was never given chances by women, so I don't think that's true. I actually want to celebrate women. I embrace a lot of women. I am actually I'm sponsoring 2 girls to school because I was never given enough chances by women. If you look at my story, have you heard any woman mentioned along? It's always Wale, Gesh, Oscar, Zach, may his soul rest in peace, Chilu, Chuma. 6 men, not one single woman. And trust me, I've auditioned for things where women are sitting and they're like, no.
Do you think women don't like you?
Some don't, but a lot do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you also think that being bold and being opinionated and refusing to fit in a box, do you think that's also created the fans that you have? Because they might be, yes, trying to be very conservative, but their minds are like, if she can do it, why am I here?
Yes. When you talked about the women and being hard on women, I was going to say I was never given enough chances by women, but I want to give as many chances as possible, which is why I have a scholarship, the Mutale Mwanza scholarship. So there's 2 girls, and I'm going to do it every year.
Yeah.
I know I just started, but it's something that's very close to me because, like I said, not too many chances were given to me for whatever reason. And it's understandable and it's okay.
Yeah. And also you're trying to change that narrative, right? So let's talk about business-wise. How are you keeping yourself in business? Because I know you lost your job and now you're sponsoring these women. So where's the money coming from?
Okay, great. Nice you asked. So I lost one job.
Okay.
But I've always had another job.
Yes.
I present Tuvange Lifestyle on DSTV.
Okay.
Which is like kind of like the Real, the Talk. I have 3 other there's 3 other presenters.
Yeah.
So I'm a co-host. There's Esther, there's Michi, and there's Natasha. So there's 4 of us. So while I was on radio, I was doing the Tuvange Lifestyle on DSTV. So that was my second job. So now Tuvange is my first job. So I just lost one job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I have endorsements.
Yes.
I have endorsements that pay me quite handsomely. You know how it is when you're an influencer, you charge for every post on social media.
Yeah.
So that's my bread and butter.
Oh,
and I take it very seriously.
Nice.
I know I like talking a lot of smack on social media, but that's my cash cow. Apart from voiceovers.
Because you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Apart from voiceovers, social media influencing, Tuvange Lifestyle, being brand ambassador for different brands. That's how I make my money.
That's nice. Would you ever go back to radio?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm in good books with my former boss. He's my friend.
So you're going to go back there?
Probably.
Okay. So
Maybe.
you're just giving them some time?
Yeah. Anything can happen.
When you're ready?
Yes, and when he's ready. I mean, we've talked about it.
Okay.
It could happen anytime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for this sit down.
Thank you for having me.
I would say this to you. You're very strong.
Thank you.
You know, and it's not easy to be at points in your life where you think it's me against the world, but you have done the full circle and you're still standing.
Thank you.
And I applaud you for that.
Thank you, Toke.
Okay.
Thank you.
Coming up next.